Hello everybody, I hope this message finds you well. We're just going to touch on, this is just going to be an introduction into May energy. Now, what I want to talk about here, as most of you know, I'm an intuitive reader. I get multiple messages throughout. But right now we're just gonna, this is going to be an all signs, a collective energy for the month of May. Some of you may already be feeling this energy coming in. I'm getting it, and maybe I will do a whispers video on it because I've been getting a lot of messages lately. But we're going to say May is going to represent the winds of change. Some of you may be seeing 555, okay? Some of you are experiencing significant shifts in your, not only your energy, but your environment, your internal and your external. Some of you may be getting the rearrange. Things may be rearranging around you. I'm getting rearrange energy. More along the lines of things are shifting. There are opportunities and possibilities, and remember, perspectives. I was also, and it took me a little bit, and I'm not even sure that I have broke it down correctly, so I'm going to be getting into that probably in another video. But I was picking up the Naga energy, and I was getting things along the lines of like prophecy, golden child. But when I looked it up, it pertained to, well, several different things depending upon which spirituality aspect or religious aspect, you know, if it was Hinduism or Buddhism. Apparently they have a lot of different things attached to it, but I'm going to go with what I was feeling. I was definitely getting water energy connected to it, fast moving water energy, but I was also getting something about prophecy and protection. And afterwards would be a time for growth and rebuild and restructure. So I'm not really sure what is going to be. I'm getting rather strongly the rearrange energy. So let me just step back from that for a second. In May, some of you may be taking a hard look at your connections and who you are, who your circles are, and how they are affecting you, or if you are in that vibration. So I'm getting a connection, communication. There will be a rearrange. I keep getting the rearrange energy for the month of May. There will be things shifting in and shifting out. We also are getting, for some of you, you may have been trying to force an issue or to manipulate an outcome, and you're going to want to step back from that and allow divine timing. April and in going into May was a time where there were boundaries being set, as everything else seemed to be, when one thing would fall apart, it would shift into boundaries. Having to set new boundaries or realize what your boundaries are. There was a lot of self in the month of April, a lot of self-analyzation, things of that nature. There was releasing, you know, control. You had a desire to control things, but you found that you had to release control and give it up to the higher, and just let things unfold naturally. And that would go into that divine timing. We also have like the keeper of secrets, which, as most of you who have followed me on some of my alternative social media, I said there was going to be a lot of disclosure, a lot of gatekeeper energy, but we would have disclosures. Now, some of you are attaching disclosures to certain things, but once again, if you go back and look at some of my prior videos, I said that 2025 would be more along the lines like a two-way mirror. There's a lot of things going behind that mirror that you can't see. You're always visible, but there are things going on that you can't see. And that's when I start to get the allow divine timing and release control, because all this is meant to crash. These systems that are in place that are old, archaic, and outdated are meant to crash. That was at 555, crash. So what is going to happen here, and as I have stated previously, at the end of this year, because we're in a 9, nothing that isn't the truth for you will be left standing. Things are going to, and in May, there's a lot of rearrange energy, and I'm getting that. Things are going to rearrange in your life, your structure system, things that you believe in. There will be things that rearrange. Boundaries, divine timing, releasing control are all aspects that will be incorporated. Some of you are going to be looking at your family, your friends, your finances, the 3 F's in the month of May. Some of you are going to be looking at your drive, your purpose. There's just going to be a lot of what the information you received in April, and now you're finding out that you're going to shift your perspective, and you will be rearranging things that are more comfortable. I'm getting that is going to be, you're striving for your purpose, your drive, you're finding out, you're unwrapping your gifts, your talents, your possibilities. They're all unwrapping in May. The opportunities, especially towards the latter part of the month, I see an unwrapping. Could be communications, opportunities. Be careful. I do, for some of you, sense trickster or grifter energy. So always use your discernment in that respect. I'm definitely picking up that Naga energy, but like I said, I have to break that down. I'm not really sure how that is going to translate into May, so I will probably come back with that. Definitely, I think some of the main things that I'm getting, they're showing me that, okay, the third dimension, let me put this in layman's terms real quick. Third dimension is form. It is length, height, depth. It's your form. Fourth dimension is your time. Fifth dimension would be interdimensional. That would be your multiverse, or your opening into consciousness and tapping into that area. It's like interdimensional frequencies that are bridging together. We're already operating in multiple timelines. Somebody needed to hear that. When they question if we are, because some say we're already in the fifth dimension. Right now, some of us are transversing that. Some of us are still in the third dimension, struggling with the fourth dimension and timelines. That's where you were getting all that portal energy. You're going to hear more about portals, interdimensional beings. All that is more along the lines coinciding with the fifth dimension. Your archangels, your spirit guides, things in your upper consciousness, your upper realms of self and higher self, and connections with others. Okay, so they're saying for some of you, yes, there is form up until your seventh dimensional. Yes, it's like your seventh dimension would be almost equated to the last time that we hold form, and it is. Why is this coming out in my May energy? I'm trying to step back from this because it's something to do with spiritual. Okay, thank you. It's something, spirituality is really being called into question, and they were just taking the long way around for me. You know, seventh dimension is often described as heaven's throne, the gate to heaven. Going through that, some of it is dog star, Sirius energy, Syrian energy, things of that nature. I'm definitely getting conflicts on a worldwide stage will be taking place. I didn't really want to get into that now. I think that's where that Naga energy is taking place. I did have a lot of energy with lava. I did see a god or goddess walking upon lava. There was a fake story out. Actually, I got took by it. A pretty renowned astrologer had posted it to their page, and I just ran with it. So, but it was dealing with volcanic activity. So I'm not sure if that's why I seen the god or goddess walking on the lava or not. However, it could represent fire, volcanic activity, ash, something about ash, ash and smoke. So it could have something to do with that as well. But we're going to go ahead and break this. So to summarize, for not on the world stage, but in your life, once again, we've got that rearrange energy, shifting possibilities that are coming up, allowing divine timing, releasing the desire to control, boundaries, family, friends. You know, you're going to be looking at those connections. We got the keeper of secrets, your perspective and trust, who you trust, who is your inner circle, your vibe. So you've got a mix, a mismatch of energies coming in. Maybe that's why I've got rearrange. You'll be putting everything in its proper order and where it should be, and if it should be with or affiliated with you at this point. I do see a lot of walkaways, but I do see a lot of opportunities and new emerging of timelines, collapsing of timelines, emerging of timelines. All right, I'm going to go ahead and end it here. This was just a quick peek of the May energy. So I will be getting into other videos as we go throughout the day. Thank you so very much for stopping by. Don't forget to hit the thumbs up, like, share, and subscribe.